No, but let me see. That might charge it. Here.
You think? Because I thought it looked like it for a minute. It's got a...
Yeah, it'll charge it.
Okay.
But I don't know where we put this somewhere. There it looks. We put.
There's one of those down in the box down there that runs off USB, and one of the bags downstairs. Looks like it runs off USB.
Charger
for the camera battery.
It might be in one of those bags. Oh, you know what? It is in one of those bags down there. It's,
down there below.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if those are those plugged into power down there?
They're plugged into power. The camera.
You can steal one of the batteries off it too. Yes, dear.
You need to shrink.
I need to shrink.
Yeah. We are way too big for this space.
I think we can tough out 1 week.
Yeah, but we're going to have to come up with a smaller package.
Hello?
Which camera should I take it on the?
They're both plugged in, so whichever, just don't make the thing go away.
Just don't take the what?
Just don't make the camera feed go off.
Okay.
Don't unplug anything, don't do anything like that. It doesn't matter which one you take it off of, whichever one you think is most charged.
Yes, sir.
Alright, thanks, bye. It's like I have to voice hand. I know.
I've got macros set up.
Good evening and welcome to Monroe, Georgia, home of the George Walton Bulldogs, as we get ready for GIAA first-round state playoff action. And your Westfield Hornets, the number 10 seed, happen to be on the road this week at the number 7 seed George Walton. I'm Ken Fowler with my partner in crime, Brett Farmer, getting ready to call the game tonight. Coach, looks like the weather's held off, and we're going to have a good night of football.
Yeah, beautiful evening. Kind of misting all during warm-ups, and then, as they say, the skies parted. Yep, you know, you got a 10 seed versus a 7 seed, but you got a 10 seed that is playing really well. And actually, a little insider information from some connections, Coach. The George Walton crew is really worried about Westfield. Know a couple coaches up here in some circles, and they have said on film Westfield is scary.
Well, you think that big upset last Friday night versus Pacelli certainly has opened eyes around the state, none more so than here in Monroe, Georgia, George Walton. And looking at kind of down the road, if either of these teams, whoever wins, will get the opportunity to go to Bullock to play. Right. And I've heard from some friends over at Bullock that they're really nervous about seeing Westfield as well if we're fortunate enough to come out on top tonight.
Yeah, I just think if you're, you know, we've been saying it, if you're on the opposing staff, you're like, wow, and, you know, they're, even though they start some freshmen and kind of young, you know, by now those guys aren't freshmen anymore.
That's right.
They've kind of settled in, and then you add the Jackson Hare factor and sort of the element last week of the run game, being able to control the clock, and even though the field looks like, you know, it's not really wet, tonight kind of begs sometimes a clock game where, and that might play into our favor a little bit.
Well, it might, but certainly I think the Hornets can expect a ground and pound type attack from the Bulldogs. They're going to be very much a extra lineman on the field, running off tackle type team with some counter action as well. I'm able to see a little bit of film, as I know you have too, and they're very much a ground and pound team, and it's how we hold up versus the run is going to determine kind of our success tonight.
Right, and you know, last week we held up really well against Pacelli in the run game when we talked about how thick their offensive line was. Some keys to the game is we're a little cramped and looking at some smaller screens tonight for Westfield. Feed the Hare. That's Jackson Hare. Stifle the Dogs' run. Take an early lead. Ride the upset wave. For George Walton, misdirection is your friend. Be aware of play action. Win a turnover battle and test the Hornet perimeter. Coach Fowler saw some almost some single wing principles from Walton. I know you've probably watched a little more than me. I've been under the weather a little bit this week, and Coach has probably done more homework than me.
Well, so I can't say that I'm not because we've had a busy week, but with basketball starting. But I did watch a little bit, and they are very much, I would say, some single wing principles, a lot of off tackle, a lot of power, even some wing tee type buck stuff. They don't really block it like the wing tee, but it's buck, and then of course they'll run counter off of that. A couple of guys, and you've got a roster there in front of you. It's, as Coach mentioned, we're kind of cramped tonight, so we don't exactly have where I can see it, but number 53 for them is kind of a key guy, and that is Aiden Townsend, a junior offensive lineman. I think he also plays nose guard, but he's kind of a key guy to key on the line, and also number 6. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but Logie Taylor, who's another junior. You kind of can key those two guys. Right. I feel like they'll kind of take you to the ball. So you can see there the captain's walking out for both sides as we get ready to.
Yeah, captains for Westfield. We got Trey Hardy, Will McLean, Mr. Westfield, Dean Massey, William Stringer. Coach, the white on white is sharp.
Looking sharp. So we got Westfield. I don't know if they won, but we're getting the ball. I don't know who won the toss, but either way, we're getting the ball to start the game. It'll be interesting to see us come out and see if we can move the ball. We've had some success running the football, but let's go through the starters there for the two teams.
All right, for Westfield, at quarterback Braden Gay, running back Nick Free, H-back, we'll play some running back as well, Jackson Hare, wide receiver Jackson St. Clair, wide receiver Mason Eastham. I think he's hurt, so we may have a replacement for him. Trey Hardy, tight end, William Stringer, left tackle, Matthew Powers, left guard, Wilt Leonard, center, right guard, Will McLean, right tackle, Rigdon McCall. And then Brett's going to get us some George Walton. Coach Fowler, you know who the most nervous person in the park is? The George Walton DC. All right, for George Walton, defensive end, Nate Lovett. Defensive tackle, Roland Crutchfield. Nose guard, Aiden Townsend. Linebacker, Mason Mathis. Linebacker, Beckett LaCour. Linebacker, David Everly. Linebacker, Adam Denhart. Cornerback, Mason Morgan. Hope I got that right. And I guess that's his brother, Mac Morgan, at the other corner. Safety, Maddox Henson. And the last safety is Steph Love. Steph Love, I like that name.
That's like, what was the guy's name? Never mind. Reggie Love, was it?
Mike Lowry. Mike Lowry.
Anyway, so both teams are now taking the field. It's a little alarmed, maybe not alarmed, but surprised at the number of players on the George Walton team.
Right. I counted like 32, 33. We got Brett pulling up Westfield quarterback comparison. Braden Gay for Westfield, 105 for 210. That's exactly 50%. 1,866 yards, 17 TDs, 6 interceptions. QB rating of 97.2 for George Walton. Mark Marable, 24-41. Boy, they must run the ball a lot. Only 279 yards, 1 touchdown passing, 1 interception, and a QB rating of 77.2. But I'm trying to figure out where all the yards are coming from because the stats on MaxPrep stuff maybe not be updated. I think it was through 6 games.
6 games, but nonetheless, if you're throwing for just under 300 yards through 6 games, you can do the math on that, about 50 yards a game. So not exactly throwing the ball over the yard. So after the kick here, we'll look at the head coach comparison. The kick goes to the left corner, coming up the sideline, and he is.
And we got a block by Grayson Waller. Good block, folks. We're really limited tonight. If you can, we'll, like Larry Munson, we'll paint a picture for you. Brett.
It was the right sideline, by the way, not the left. But go ahead, Coach.
Yeah. Brett, JJ, Coach Fowler, and I are in a. All right. Before I give you that picture, coaches comparison: Westfield, Chad Campbell, 5-5 this year, region record 2-2, and third in the region. And George Walton, Coach H.C. Logan Beer, head coach Logan Beer, 6-4, 3-1 in the region, and they finished second to Bethlehem in the region. Folks, we're literally in about a 6 by.
Hornets come out in an overset right away. Going to motion Thatcher Reddick across. Hare with the carry.
And there's your guy, number 6, Coach.
There he is right out of the gate. Of course, Bulldogs are going to be well prepared by a great coaching staff. They know kind of what was coming as far as expecting us to run the ball with the success we had last week. Here comes your replay there to see.
Yeah, and they kind of knolled us at the line a little bit. Your guy 6, what did you say 6 is his number? His name is Mason Mathis, and you can tell he's a pretty physical linebacker.
They actually gave us 2 on that carry, so Hornets come out now with a 3-by-1 set, a little more of a pass look, see what they're thinking here. Man in motion, Gay takes a snap, throws it to the flats, got it complete.
Win Hoots
going to be down around the 11-yard line.
And, Coach, I guess Hoots is your replacement for Mason Eason on the start?
I would assume so, yes. And Mason, unfortunately, has a little bit of a foot injury. Not sure of his availability going forward, but he'll definitely be out tonight. See the replay there on your screen as the throw goes into the flats. The Hornets are back on the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again. And they're kind of in a tough spot. I will explain a little more later, but I'm going to have a hard time calling this. You got Stone St. Clair in motion. There's the snap. Going to be a draw to Hare. Got a little room.
Coach, I think it was counter Trey, actually.
It might have been.
Yeah, Will McLean pulling and Thatcher Reddick, the sniffer. I call him H-back, the sniffer. He was flapping. Coach, I think because it's so chaotic up here, the kickoff return by St. Clair was big.
Yeah, can't miss that. To the 30-yard line, you see the play off tackle there coming up on your replay, a little counter action. Got to pull.
I had to move Brett's book bag so I get a little better angle.
Sorry, I got to tell you better.
What's that?
So great gain on first down of about, we'll call it 7. Now 2nd and 3. Hornets come back out in looks like a run type set, little wing T look.
Yeah, a little too tight.
Got Powers in the backfield, gets a kick out, runs into some traffic. See how much they give him on the gain. Might have gave him a yard.
Well, they're
going to make it 3rd and 2 now.
Obviously, Coach Campbell's got a lot of weapons to choose from, but clearly early in the run game, we really haven't moved them on the downhill direct run, kind of base block stuff. But we did hurt them with a little counter Trey.
Well, the pass also was there, but you got to figure this is 4-down territory here as the Hornets come out. Again, the same set.
basically 2 tights and 2 wings. But one of our wings we're putting in C-gap, Coach.
Oh, a little wildcat look to Hare, and he's going to have enough for the first, I believe, or at least very close to it. I don't know. The spot isn't exactly what I thought it was, but I haven't seen any motion to move the sticks yet. If it is a first, it'll be first and goal. They're calling it 4th down and a short 1.
Yeah, and we had an extra lineman, I guess, then, because, it's hard to see, but apparently it was 2 tights and just a direct snap wildcat.
I mentioned number 53. He's usually their nose guard, and he's going to be tough for us to block all night.
Yeah, we're just sending an extra tight end over here, Coach. It's 3 linemen to the left of the center on the left, and then 4 to the right, and then 2 wings.
Go off tackle this time, and we got a chance here.
Yeah,
that's a touchdown. Jackson Hare.
We had those jokers outnumbered, and you talk about single wing principles.
Yes, sir, without a doubt. That's Coach Campbell doing a good job showing sets we really hadn't shown all year, because I don't know that I've seen that Wildcat set from the Hornets.
So, Coach, we were just normal line to the left. You had a wing, and then just your normal tight end, tackle guard down the center, and then we go guard, tackle tight end, another tight end, and then your 2 wings. It's basically empty. Because
That's right.
Coach, that's who that reminds me of? Kind of some of the stuff John Millich has done with that guy that came from Appling County.
That's right.
Some of their wing tee, extra gap stuff.
I can think of worse programs to emulate for sure. With all their wins lately. So the PAT is good by Weston Rankin, and the Hornets jump out 7-0, Coach. And what you have to think is a little bit of a statement.
Yeah, I said it. The most nervous person in the park is the defensive coordinator for George Walton. He's got issues. Now, they may come and this game may, George Walton may respond, but right now they have some issues because you got to get on the whiteboard, because if you line up like you did against that set again, it'll just be another quarterback sweep.
That's right, and let's not forget the momentum started with that kickoff return.
Mr. St. Clair, the Waterbug, and he got a great block by Grayson Wallert.
Now the Hornets will line up to kick it back to the Bulldogs, and we'll see their vaunted rushing attack coming back. But Coach, I almost said it before the game. You don't want to be that guy to kind of jinx it. And of course, we're up here in the George Walton box. I don't want anybody to kind of overhear it, but I don't know that we're an underdog here.
I don't think we are. I think we're peaking at the right time.
I think that's everything what I'm talking about. It's not about them. To me, I think we're really playing our best football of the year. Obviously, knocking off Pacelli. The drum corps is fired up right outside the window. I hope you guys can hear me. I can barely hear myself. They sound great, though. Credit to them. So Rankin's kick goes deep left. Fielded at about the 7-yard line. Tries to get to the outside, but he's dropped.
Mr. Westfield on the tackle. Dean Massey. Coach, the grill is smelling
maybe.
Unbelievable.
It is smelling
I don't
good.
know what's on the grill.
Gonna have to find out at halftime for sure.
I saw a little table of burgers over there to your left.
So to expand on your comments from earlier, we're in this little booth that is, as you watch the replay of the kick return there, we are in this little 5x5 box, and I'm kind of standing and looking out the next door box where Coach Cam Black is at, and in between, and we got a short window, and I can only see between the 30s is basically what I'm telling you. So anything inside the 30, I'm having a hard time. So you can see there, run-off tackle for the Bulldogs. Going to pick up about 5 yards, looks like.
Let me get you some starters. George Walton offense, quarterback M.J. Marable, running back Lodgy Taylor, running back Mason Mathis, wide receiver Steph Love, tight end Beckett LaCour, tight end Roland Crutchfield, left tackle Aiden Chatham, left guard Tayden Concepcion, center Adrian Campbell, right guard Brody Hamange, right tackle Aiden Townsend. And then we'll get you some Westfield defensive starters. And we got nose guard Jackson Spence, defensive end Sammy McGee, defensive end Wrigley McCall, linebacker Neil O'Brien, linebacker Michael Eason, linebacker Dean Massey, linebacker Thatcher Reddick.
Yep, got a face mask call.
Safety Hunter Massey, safety Russ Holly, cornerback Wynn Hoots, and cornerback Jackson St. Clair.
So the Bulldogs go sweep. We strung it out great. Wynn Hoots did a good job holding contained. But then we got a late face mask as the player was heading out of bounds. So what ended up being only a 1 or 2 yard gain is going to have 15 yards tacked onto it, I'm afraid. As you'd imagine, being in Monroe, Georgia, which is not far from Athens, they've kind of modeled everything they do as far as the athletic culture here after Georgia. They're the Bulldogs, and we're black and red.
The band.
The band is Georgia's fight song. You'll hear it probably in the microphone all night long. The little dun, 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 whatever. It makes me nauseous, but that's okay.
And what's wrong with modeling after Georgia? So this is
a little counter action, Coach. And he's got a chance unless we catch him on the sideline. We did. Going to run him down, but it's going to be around the 25-yard line.
And that is number 8, Steph Love. And Coach Fowler, I think you will agree, we have not played the counter well this year. We played it a little, last week. Pacelli was a little off late in the game trying to run a counter, but there have been times this year where misdirection out of wing T sets has hurt us. Not wing T, but.
And we're down to that end of the field that I can't really see. So, Coach, I'm going to kind of depend on you.
All right, I'm going to slip in here between JJ and Brett. Now I'm behind you, Brett, or JJ. So we're kind of stemming up there on our defensive front. And they just go, that was sort of the quarterback read. Sometimes they'll read an interior lineman. We framed that up pretty good. Off the ground for us is Dean, Mr. Westfield, Neil O'Brien, Thatcher Reddick. That's kind of interesting, Coach. 3 linebackers in on the tackle.
Well, we haven't played a lot of 3 linebacker sets, so.
One of them's kind of maybe an overlap, or they're at least in the pile. I'm literally behind JJ as he does his magic. Coach Fowler, I feel like I'm spotting JJ doing a squat.
And that's kind of what it looks like.
It's quite uncomfortable, I'm going to be honest.
And I'm looking at Coach Farmer's back, so he's wearing a navy blue shirt. Just a quarterback draw action. Looks like we're going to eat that one up.
Well, I had my Westfield jacket on, but it's 700 degrees in here.
Well, I'm lucky because I'm on the other side of this little petition wall, and they've got an air conditioner blowing right on me. I don't know what's going on. The band, JJ's head. Looks like 3rd and 6 now, we'll call it, for the Bulldogs. I'm sure they're 4-down territory. But I think they're trying to draw us off sides, and we were close to jumping off sides, but we didn't. Now they've swapped the back. They're actually going to throw it like basically got a chance from behind. We covered that up well. We did. Hoots on the backside blitz from the corner spot, almost got home. And Trey Hardy jumping the flat route. Coach, that was kind of little B flats. Yeah, but in most waggle schemes, you're going to have 3 receivers. It looked like they just tried to go a flat and a corner and nothing on the backside dragging. Yeah, you can see kind of why they maybe have struggled a little bit with the passing game there. And so they're in an I'm actually shocked that they threw the ball as uncomfortable as they looked throwing it. I thought they would have just said 3rd and 7, we'll just try to go run. But now you're really uncomfortable if you're George Walton. Hold on. Got a timeout here? Yep, got a timeout. So we're gonna see what the Bulldogs are going to scheme up right here as they get ready to go 4th down, and we'll call it maybe even 7, Coach. It's a good little. It's kind of like you said, uncomfortable spot for them. Certainly not. Well, I didn't see their field goal kicker kick, but I'm assuming he's not a 42-yard guy. Yeah, I just. What do you? I do know in warm-ups, they were. I guess like everybody, they had their split ends, run a lot of go routes, and I got here early, and the quarterbacks, both of them, threw pretty footballs with touch, but I just don't, pretty much at this distance, you got to come out and throw a stop route, a fade, half sprint. Or go to your best run play, maybe come back to the counter. Well, now they've gone to a flex down here, Coach. It's like it would be what you would call red flex. Tight end just a little off, send it up right. And they're just going to basically hand sweep. And need somebody to fit right there. We're going to get him short. It's going to be our ball on the stop, I think. Again, I don't have the greatest angle, but yep. And look, 3 yards short. Not questioning anybody's play calling, but I find this so interesting. If you're going to run that on 4th down, why didn't you run the ball on 3rd down? That's great point, but doesn't that say a lot about what we can expect to see from them offensively tonight? Because it's 3rd and 7, and you go hand sweep. Right? Yeah. So. And that was we strung that out, and he planted and cut up in there. I don't know who all made the tackle because I'm looking. I'm deferring to you. I was dropping it like it was hot. Well, you were. All right, Trent, I'm off you. So we're in a
stacked twins with a kind of a guy in the slot inside of them. And that's just an incomplete pass. Jackson St. Clair settling. Just kind of 3-step drop, and he was in the slot and kind of settling in that dead area. And the throw was a little bit behind him.
I kind of wondered on first down there if we might take a deep shot just to see if we can catch him sleeping. But
well, at what point do we come back with some sets for Jackson Hare?
Well, I think you do. I would come back right here trying to run the ball kind of off tackle a little bit. We really struggled running between the tackles, it seems like.
You're going to be shooting at Black's back.
And that is a really good ball. So
Didn't see the gain there, Coach.
it's about a gain of 7. It was a good, well thrown ball to St. Clair, kind of on not a dig, but kind of a squat square in.
See your replay here, which would be the first play for me. Just fits in a window right there.
Yeah, it's a good ball. I'd like to see him. Jackson's so quick. A lot of times he thinks he can kind of use that speed. I'd like to see him maybe turn a little more vertical there.
Big play here for the Hornets, trying to get it first down. They're going to get it.
It's a good run by Nick Free.
Nick Free off tackle, picks up about 5, needed only 3, so that's going to be a first down for the Hornets. Hornets looking good early so far, offensively and defensively, Coach, other than just the one play.
Yeah,
you can see the replay here.
And I would imagine, I have no idea what the clock's at. Oh, I can see 4:33 left in the first. Tick, 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 tick. And you kind of see how I think we're content to play a little more old school football as the season has progressed.
I think so. Kind of found an identity, as you like to say. I agree. Now they're in that single back set. Got
I think Thatcher put his hand in the ground.
That might have been it, or either one of our guys jumped. But
because we had 2 tights, Thatcher was one of the tights. It was Ace. And
yeah, he does that a lot, though, so I would think he would know he can't put his hand down. But I don't know if that was it. It might have been a movement.
Yeah, I can't see.
But now you're off schedule, so now you're 1st and 15, which the Hornets have shown they can move the ball, but you need that positive first down gain to really put you in a good spot.
I can't see in the most.
Hornets going to show that 3-by-1 setting. Oh, there's no.
Yeah, we're a tight end tray,
the
tight end's up top.
Yeah, that's it.
And
something into the flats.
And they just don't have a flats defender.
And it's not a first down, but Coach, you got most of it back. We're going to be second and about 4 or 5.
We ran off. We ran verticals with the first and second guys from the sideline, some type of vertical scheme. Yeah, we got a vertical. Well, we had a vertical and a square in, and then we opened up the kind of the long bubble, or not a wheel, but I think the square in route took the flats defender inside.
Yeah, right. So maybe quick screen here, or it could be run because we do have them wide here. But it could be that quick screen into the boundary. There it is.
Coach Fowler, and we're lucky we didn't get called for a hold.
Let's hope that's an incomplete pass. It was.
Because Win Hoot's got a handful of jersey there.
Well, it's probably a break there that ball was called incomplete, because if it's a lateral, we just lost 5 yards. But we did not. So got to bring up another third down, and they'll call it a long 4. So.
And this is where you're in interesting territory, because if you're planning on going for it regardless, that affects your play call right now. I would think we would be just.
Yeah, I think this would be punt territory,
right,
especially
exactly.
with the lead, play more conservatively. But we'll see here what play call we get. There's that set again with Matthew Powers as the wing. I'd imagine he's going to motion over, or no, he's going to stay, and Reddick's going to come to him.
Well, we may go toss down here or something. Yep, stretch.
He's off tackle, going to bounce it. He's going to get enough for the first.
And we get a great block from Thatcher.
That's another good run by Nick Free. Coach, we haven't really seen Jackson Hare much on this drive since that incomplete pass. I hope he's okay. But Nick Free's doing a great job and has a lot of experience back there, so not worried about that. Here comes the replay. As you can see, just running behind those 2 blockers there.
It's kind of stretch. I think this is kind of what we ran against Pacelli. Stretch or outside zone.
Great fit there by Reddick to really get that edge. That trips into the boundary again, Coach. He's found something he kind of likes. And Free kind of met at the line of scrimmage and driven by, maybe give him a half yard.
Where's the ball?
They're saying they got the ball, but that play was long gone dead by the time he got there.
Well, and and there were 700 people in on the tackle, so you don't even know where the ball is.
They called it dead at the point of contact. If they're saying he got a half yard, they're saying he fumbled it 5 yards behind that. I'm talking about they, meaning George Walton coaching staff and fans. They're a little incorrect on that one. There's no way around it.
Well, they had a lot of guys around the ball, 10 and 11. The Morgan brothers. I hope I don't. Apologies if I'm saying those names incorrectly. Maughon.
And here we go. Here back in the backfield again. Now 2nd and 10. They gave him no gain on the first down there. Looking to pass. Threw that one into traffic, and lucky it wasn't intercepted.
And, Coach, look at one of their secondary defenders' socks. Do you see the spat?
I see the orange spat.
It almost looked like glanced up. I thought it was a flag on the ground. It looks like a yellow flag color.
Maybe
surprised that you can wear that, honestly.
Yeah, well, in basketball you couldn't. It'd be against the rules. But
I mean, when you see it, it almost looks like a flag laying on the ground. I just saw it moving, and I'm like, what is that?
Basketball,
no, somebody's
has to match your uniform. But now third and we'll call it 10, just short of 10, 9.5 probably. But
we motioned the trips.
Gay didn't like what he had. Now he throws it back in the middle and throws an interception. 44 on the pick. Tackle's going to be made.
And that's just a bad decision because you give them field position, and even if you complete it, you're still punting.
Right.
Because it was nowhere near first down.
Yeah, I think it'd been better off if they're chunking that out of bounds or really probably just taking off and running and seeing how much you can get.
And I would say
Coach, end of the day, they end up about where they were. I think they're on the 31. They had it on the 25 when they turned it over on down. So, I guess you could argue there's not a ton of harm done, but at the same time, you had a little drive going. So, if nothing else, you could have punted them deep and made them earn it with that rushing attack. You can see that full house again. A quarterback counter. Hornets having a hard time finding the ball with all those linemen up there, but they do make the tackle. But there is a solid 4-yard gain on first down. And you got to think with an offense like that, Coach, if you can get at least 3 on first down, you're on schedule for them.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny. They're going hurry up. I've never seen single wing principals go hurry up.
Looks like maybe a little trap action right there, Coach.
Yeah, I'm
Hornets tackle it for a short gain, so it's 3rd down, and we'll call it 2. Certainly have shown this is 4-down territory.
And they're, I don't want to say hurry up, but they ain't huddling. They just have something they like out of this 2 tights, 2 backs, really 3 backs, but 2 of them are blocking backs. And that running back should have kind of cut up. He bounced that, and we had a host of tacklers there. Let me get you some names. Neil O'Brien. Brett's giving me the replay.
Another 4th down now. We'll call it no gain on the play.
Player spotlight for the George Walton Bulldogs. Laji Taylor, 58. Is that 58 what? 58 for 304. Player spotlight. Laji Taylor is there, which is kind of shocking that they run the ball so much, but he's only at 300 yards. Well, that's because you max preps, Brett, right? 6 games.
So here's your 4th down try. Quarterback did give it, but I don't know. I think we stopped him again.
Yeah, they're short.
And I'll tell you, good play, too. I thought the quarterback might have kept it, but Sammy McGee, I believe it was, swallowed up the quarterback just to make sure. So that's a good football play by him. And we had a lot of bodies at the point of attack. Really kind of swarmed it up.
Coach, I'm trying to figure out why this is almost sarcasm, but I get tickled when guys have laminated play sheets and
are calling about 4 plays.
Yeah, well, they're in 2 tights, single wing, and they got laminated play sheets. Like, what's on the sheet? Paul Johnson didn't have a sheet, and he was pretty good.
Yeah, he turned out all right.
Yeah, he turned out all right. Hall of Fame.
Going right back to the air.
And that goes back to something we've been talking about. We got to protect better.
Yeah, we do. That's a loss of yardage on first down there for sure. Taking that sack, another ball that maybe should have been thrown away. So
maybe he's got laminated play sheets for the several different wing tee sets.
Did he throw it away? I'm sorry.
Yeah, he threw it away. You were blocked out.
Yeah, I can't see. I told you earlier.
But he was under duress.
Inside the 30 to as you view the screen to the left. I cannot see.
Can you believe Brett and JJ are so selfish, sitting down working at their computers?
Selfish, especially when I'm older than them and overweight.
Older and uglier. I mean, what?
Better looking though. Got that going for me.
That's a great run because they had it the edge set, as everybody says, and Jackson St. Clair planted on the outside foot and cut it
Stuck
up in there.
Yeah. Gives you 3rd and manageable, but it's we'll call it 3rd and 5. He split the difference.
If I told y'all it's humid up here,
It was good to me. I'm standing in front. I got to keep my jacket on there. It's blowing on my side.
you're on the other side of the partition.
I don't know if the grass is greener on the other side of the fence, but the air is cooler on the other side of the wall. Looks like the Hornets going to get a timeout.
I think it's going to be the quarter, Coach.
Oh, it may be. Can't see the clock either.
The quarter.
All right, so with that quarter break, we'll take our own break. The Hornets have the early lead, 7-0 at the end of one, and you're watching Hornet football on Mid-Georgia Sports Network.
What's up, Houston County? My name's Megan. We are in the beautiful town of Perry, Georgia today. We are at Big Indian Creek Waterway, and we're going to talk about a little bit about the trails here and what all you can do in this park. So first off, if you go down this trail over here to my left, you will have 15 minutes of walking one way. If you do 15 minutes that way and 15 minutes back, you're at a total of 30 minutes. Come on, let's go. Come on, Bandit. Did you know that just 30 minutes of walking a day can do so much for your overall health? It can improve your mood, it can also improve your digestion, and it can also reduce your risk for heart disease. So why wouldn't you want to take a walk? This beautiful park here in Perry, Georgia is the perfect place to take a 15-minute to 30-minute walk, and it's dog friendly. So come join us and get house and healthy today.
Welcome back to Monroe, Georgia. Big third down here for the Hornets from their own territory. Little downhill run is going to get sniffed out. But, Coach, that beats an interception, so we'll just punt the ball.
Yeah.
Go back to playing some defense.
And
Must have been a missed block there somewhere. Big 53 on the tackle. I told you his name earlier. I don't remember it off the top of my head, but he's a good player for the Bulldogs there. So the Hornets,
53 is a good-looking player.
Hornets will punt from their own 26, which is unfortunate because that's like in the perfect spot out my window that I can see.
Got my man Andy Ray up. He's a big Alabama fan. He's up in Lexington, Kentucky, getting ready for. He says he is from the Alabama Kentucky game, and he said $5 to mention Charlotte and Scarlett. So you can have
Charlotte and Scarlett. Hey, some been working with them on the basketball skills.
So there's $250 for you, $250 for me.
Playing basketball for the Fighting Lady Hornets of the Westfield Middle School. First game on Monday, so ready to go.
We probably got to get a little, Brock has done a really good job punting the football all year.
We'll shank a promise on that one. But.
And hopefully the Hornet D, this is, you're kind of in that realm where you need to clean it up because you've had the momentum and you don't want to give them some life. I think this is the first time they've shown this bunch quads down here, Coach. Bunch quads, basically single.
Oh, we got him eat up. Trey Hardy just comes right off the edge. They had nobody to block him. He eats him up for about a 8-yard loss. No. Yeah, I caught it. You'll see here on the replay as it comes up.
It was just a sprint and a guy in the flats. I mean, there's no misdirection.
I don't know what your route combo is, but he's sprinting out to the right. Nobody touches Hardy. I don't know if we got to see it or not. There you go. You can see Hardy there untouched. So that puts them obviously way behind schedule. We're calling a loss of almost 10.
Coach, they're the 2x2 set, which is not what they do. They're just going to run it.
A little downhill. Gets a little more than I'm sure Coach Campbell would have liked. He gets back inside the original line of scrimmage. So you're looking now at a 3rd and 9, or almost a full 3rd and 10. So, and this is kind of dangerous 4-down territory here, Coach. So Hornets can get a good stop, hopefully get the ball right back.
Yeah, and I think if you're George Walton, if you don't get it here, you have to punt it away. Because you're not moving the ball, and you need to.
Well, I think with this type of offense, you're very much a field position, type team.
That's exactly it.
Hope to try to pop one.
And they go 3-by-1, and
they'll screen, and he just overthrows it. They had a play, Coach. If he can make a good pass, I think they may have a shot at busting one there, but quarterback just overthrows it. And that's going to bring up 4th and 10 from the 48.
And they're bringing punt personnel.
As you see the replay here, you'll see the quarterback gets on his back pedal, sees those 3 white jerseys coming at him, or 2 rather, and gets rid of it. You can see there they had something set up with blockers in front, but just got to be able to make that pass. A good stop from the Hornets, and they'll get the ball right back.
We got St. Clair back in return position. And I wonder if we'll come after one. You know, Coach, we've come after him all year.
He's not real deep, Coach. Makes you think maybe we saw him punt in film, and he's not a great kicker, and he's not. He shanks one.
Another shank.
And he'll just let that one fall.
He ends up getting a little rollout, though.
Coach, that one was on the drop. I know you're the kicking expert, but that looked like to me he dropped it point down like one of those NFL kickers who's trying to coffin corner one.
Like the Australian kickers, but except he doesn't have the leg to. He's got to go conventional at this point.
He went point down and hit it.
Yeah, it kind of worked out for him, though.
He got a little roll. But really, kind of a net. I think the Hornets are almost exactly where they started last drive at.
Well, I'm a little shocked at the vanilla-ness of the George Walton offense, but I knew they ran it a lot in some.
Got balls on the ground. Gady's you just fall on it. He does pick it up, but he's going to take a big loss on 1st down.
And these are the type of plays that we didn't have in the Pacelli game. You know, we were clean. We talk about playing clean.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. And in the Pacelli game, you know, we fumbled the ball early, but they fumbled it right back to us, and we kind of evened out.
No, we didn't have it when it was, crunch time.
Right, and so, but we played really clean. You're right, and to me, that's what won that game. And we were up 7-0 and looked good, but haven't played clean. Had the 1 turnover already, and now the ball's been on the ground, taking another couple of negative plays also.
It's just called beating yourself, and that's you at this point in the season, to do what you want to do, you can't beat yourself. But Braden Gage made plays all year. He'll correct it. He made some big plays down the stretch last week, and that's one right there that he would want back. We had wind. Hoots had leverage on the post, and that's one where Braden would tell you he missed.
I had a hard time seeing there, so I'm going to kind of watch this on the replay with everybody else.
Well, we kind of ride it like it's a downhill run, and
oh, I see it. Yeah, Coach, that's a play for sure.
Yeah, he's got to hang that up a little bit. Know where they talk about throwing people open, and there was no help in the secondary. We had leverage.
We'll see how much scout work is done here by the George Walton coaching staff, because you can just about bet you're going to see a screen right here, if not just a handoff and punt.
And we
give up a sack. Just didn't block that up very well. It was not a screenplay for the record, but so Hornets go backwards and give up, dang near 20 yards on the possession, so that's not ideal. So the Bulldogs will look to take over a good field position.
Yeah, and you're right. George Walton's just going, they play field position, going to run it and just try to keep it low scoring. We got to be careful here to execute, be clean. That's a great snap. Russ Holly fires that back there. Just a little heavy night. The ball's not really jumping off of Brock's foot. He kind of, it didn't come off clean, and you really just don't net a lot there. And I think that a lot of that's, well,
Coach, right? And it is everything you said is accurate. And the ground's a little wet. It rained earlier, so. How much does, and I'll ask you a question in a second. I want you to talk about the playoff bracket.
Yeah.
I know where the winner of this goes to Bullock. That's about all I know.
Well, the first 6 teams get a bye this week, and they're calling these the play-in games, but they're the playoffs. So, 10 us versus 7 George Walton. And then you got the Stratford at Strong Rock 8-9 matchup, with Strong Rock being the 8, Stratford being the 9.
Again, Trey Hardy, Coach, sorry to interrupt you, but they try to run that sweep again, and Hardy just eats it up. They're just leaving Hardy unblocked over there.
Little interesting to me, Coach, in this whole thing, the X factor is nobody really knows how good Bullock is.
That's right.
Strength of schedule wasn't great.
Really poor, actually. Second worst.
But I'm getting mixed reviews. Talked to some Piedmont people today. Said, hey, Bullock, I don't know if they saw him in 7-on-7. They're really talented.
I've heard they got a couple of big linemen. I do know that.
I know Aaron Phillips down there runs the ball more than he throws it, or historically has.
So the Bulldogs go behind the chains a little bit on 2nd down. There's your counter Trey again. Hornets are there. They're going to get a modest gain, but the Hornets are going to eat it up after a gain of, let's say, about 4. And we got to be careful about stopping at the whistle because, you play it on the road. Sometimes you get those flags when you don't really think. Yeah, we'll give them a gain of 4.
6:40 left in this first half, and kind of a quick half because George Walton didn't throw much.
That's right. See your replay there as those linemen pull. We fit up in there nicely on the counter. Safety's coming up. Look good. Bulldogs back to the line of scrimmage, and they're in a little bit of a 2 wide receiver set.
Yeah, this looks like us with some twins, but, with the H-back.
Ball's batted up in the air. It falls to the ground harmlessly, but
that's a good play by Neil O'Brien.
Got his hand up. That's right. I didn't see if the slant was open behind him. Looked like he was trying to throw a little slant or a curl in there, Coach, but it's 4th and 8 now, and the Bulldogs will certainly go for this.
And, Coach, he was basically – I know that we say he's a linebacker, but he was a defensive lineman in that particular defensive
set. Yeah, he was walked up. That's right.
And did you notice, even though he batted the ball down, the offensive lineman still had him fit up kind of. Yep. So that's a really good play. So now certainly uncomfortable territory for the Bulldogs. We just got to get the ball back here.
They cover the back in the flats. They throw it over the middle and catch it, Coach, but he's going to be short. Yep, he's going to be short. It's going to be
this guy's marking it.
Hey,
yeah, they're short.
They're short by about a yard or maybe even a little under a yard, but it's going to be first down Hornets on the 25, and kind of just seems to be repeating itself over and over again. You can see here on the replay.
So they just run like just a little settle on that dead spot, tight end.
It's a pretty good ball. Best ball the quarterback's thrown all night. Made a good catch, but it's going to be short. So the Hornets offense comes back out, and based on the interception and the last couple of sacks, I'm gonna bet we come out running the football.
Yeah, we got Mr. Hare back there and tight end and a wing up top. Little outside stretch.
He breaks a tackle to get to the edge, and he's going to end up getting about 4 yards, Coach. And the way the play started, I didn't think he was going to get any, so that's a good carry by Hare there.
And the longer this night goes on, the George Walton defense is tired, and one of those will pop.
And a lot of those guys are going both ways, too, so that matters. So there's your offside. That's we'll call it the stretch, Coach. That's, if it's that or the outside zone.
But yeah, I don't think we certainly aren't, it's not a gap play. It's a zone play. We're not kicking anybody and blocking down. I think it's just play side, step.
There's that trips close look again. We've seen that several times tonight. Gay kind of bobbles the snap, throws it out in the flat. Dangerous right there, but we get away with it. That's going to leave us now with a 3rd and 6 after the incomplete pass. Both quarterbacks seem to be having problems securing the snap in the shotgun. I noticed in the first play of the last series, on the sweep, George Walton's quarterback dropped the ball and ended up being able to pick it up and give it to the running back, but it messed up the timing of the play. So keep an eye on that. That ground is wet, which gets the ball wet.
That's a little hammered. So we're in an inverted trips out here.
Throwing the little dig route.
And that's a great catch.
Yep, let him a little bit inside, but Win Hoots, as he often does, makes a great play.
Just to square into the single receiver side. And so they, when people go to the single receiver side, that corner is on an island.
You can see it coming up here on the replay.
Yep, that corner's on an island, and their linebacker has to do a better job of
Hoots
getting to the hook to curl on that hash. I mean, he was already into the boundary.
We got to get a timeout, I think, or we're going to get a penalty.
Everybody kind of looks at that and goes, well, the wide receiver beat the corner, but it's really the linebacker's got to get in the window and disrupt that throw.
And Wynn did a good job of realizing that linebacker is there and not continuing to run. He sits down.
Preach it, brother.
That's asking a lot for a freshman, but maybe not so much in Wynn's case, who has shown time and time again he doesn't play like a freshman. So now looking at a first down, and
it looks diamond quads out there, and we're probably just going to go run right.
And we moved again, I think, Coach. We're going back again. We got to get a little more discipline right here. Kind of hurting ourselves.
Well, hey, I always hated coaching a game on a day when the kids were not in school.
That's right.
Ulcers, anxiety.
And I know we brought them in a little early and left a little early, and I think they stopped at Buckner's on the way up, which I'm jealous of. That was good eating.
Oof. Nothing wrong with that place.
Still first down, but now let's call it a country mile. This will be 2 possessions in a row, Coach. We've kind of gone backwards, so we need to get that under control.
Well, and, you know, it's late in the first half. You want to get it under control because if you have to punt it back to them, you don't want to give them good field position.
Yeah, ticking close to 4 minutes left in the second quarter. So you're right. Here goes in motion. We moved early again. The receiver on the other side, Hoots.
Snap right.
No, it wasn't Hoots. I'm sorry. It was the other side. Moved a little earlier, and I don't know if it's a snap count or if it's or what's going on, or on the center or whoever, or on the receiver. But somebody is.
Snap didn't come out on time.
Are we? I don't know our cadence. Are we a clap? You know,
I don't know what's going on, but clearly, you know, it's really inexcusable, as we know, for a receiver to leave early. He's looking at the ball, so.
Absolutely.
So here we go now. Still first down, but we have stretched it back to first and 25 or 30. There's the. Oh, my gosh, the ball was batted and I guess caught by an offensive lineman.
Matthew Powers.
Powers catches the ball and ends up getting 4 or 5 yards.
Because once it's batted, it's fair game, correct?
That's right. So you can see the replay here. Gay wanted to throw the little slant route. Ball's batted by number 19, and Powers comes down with it. And
he living his dream, wasn't he?
Yeah, he almost had a chance, but too much traffic. So looking at second, we'll call it second and 20, 21.
Coach, I feel like the whole game has been played. At least, you know, kind of helped us out tonight, right in front of us.
Yeah, a little bit.
With the lack of vision.
A lot of in between the 30s. You're right, except for the one touchdown by the Hornets. Quick pass to the flat. Not going to be much there for the water bug, Jackson St. Clair.
Just a little
Short
safe,
game.
little now, not a screen, but a little now game into the boundary, short throw. Number 6 did a good job for them, their linebacker.
We've seen Jackson St. Clair bust those before, so I certainly understand the thinking there from Coach Campbell. But now looking at probably, well, the PA address says 3rd and 18. We'll call it that, I guess. Mike can maybe look at that post again, but they are in it's like a cover 3 look, pre-snap. We'll see. No, they do have 2 safeties back there, so maybe you can split them with a post like we did earlier.
Yeah, and we're in a 2x2, and so they're just in a shell look, matching our 2x2. Now they got to either bump or roll, though.
Here comes back into the backfield.
It wasn't 2x2, actually 3x1.
Throws it underneath.
Oh, a little mesh scheme, and we might have had something dialed up there.
Maybe so, but we'd have had to break a tackle or 2, I think, to get there. But that ball is wet a little bit. The ball was there. Got to see it in your hands. That'll leave 4th down at 18, and the Hornets will bring on the punt team for sure here.
Yeah, need a good punt here. Not it doesn't have to be a great punt, but just solid. Your average punt. Get them, you know, somewhere on the other side of the 50, having it, you know, because Coach, they're not a hurry up offense.
That's
obviously.
right. That's right.
Hurry up is in spread.
No real pressure.
And that's
Johnson
a good
gets
punt.
off a great kick. The ball's caught. Really has nowhere to go. We're going to drop him on the 32-yard line, Coach, and that meets every criteria you put forward right there.
And he turned that one over.
He got all of that one, I tell you.
He got all of that one.
You'll be able to see the kick here from Johnson. Yeah, he does. He turns the ball over. Ball fielded cleanly, which, you know, is saying a lot on a night like tonight as much as we've seen the ball hit the ground. So,
yeah, and, you know, they're kind of, how many timeouts does Walton have? 3?
I think they've used 1. They've used 1, I think.
So that's just cue
quarterback off
run.
tackle there, and we let him pop.
Yeah, and we can't. That's the stuff that can't happen.
Right, that's the stuff that's a killer here right for the half.
But hey, their quarterback's down.
Yeah, he's I wonder if it's a cramp or if he's actually injured. He was tapping his head like he was tired more than anything. But here they go. You can see it's just like a buck look there, Coach.
Yeah, and we didn't fit that right. But I think he might have rolled an ankle because they're not normally cramp time. You're stretching it out, and that's kind of like the old ankle roll.
He was kind of twisting a little bit as we were tackling him, so that is quite possible that he maybe had turned.
Who made the tackle for us? Because it's a big tackle.
Definitely.
Bar Johnson.
Brock.
No,
or the other, or one of the
Russ
safeties.
Holly. I think it was Russ.
So you can get a look at the Hornets. Man, we always travel well, Coach. We always have good crowds. I know this is obviously a playoff game. As you see, number 18, he's getting up now to walk off the field. Looks like he's going to be okay. But
Yeah, to me that's the old. I don't think that's the old rolled ankle limp.
Great crowd here, as I was saying. You can see across the way there. Hornets always travel well.
Yep.
Even whether it's a regular season game, whether it's an off-season scrimmage, whether it's anything. Heck, we had an informal basketball scrimmage Thursday, and we had quite a few parents show up for that. So we love and appreciate the support.
Coach Cam Black hollering, saying they broke the huddle with 12.
I thought they got away with a hold there. They tackled our corner over there, but that's going to tie the game.
And that's just a killer when you give that. When you just kind of feel like you've stuffed them all night. The strength coach for Georgia, I think he's a strength coach. He just had a tumble doing a little.
Let's see if we get a hold here.
Hands on the outside.
Yeah, I would say that's
Well, yes, I would agree, but the corner's got to kind of fit it a little more outside. You got to set that edge a little more.
Yeah, it's got to be an outside fit, but it's a hold nonetheless, Coach.
Yeah, well, hands are out wide.
Point after is good. Does tie the game up 7-7. Remember, George Walton does get the ball coming out. There's still just a little over 2 minutes left in the half, and we've seen the Hornets score in less time.
And that's just a killer. Because you feel like they really haven't done much offensively.
They haven't, but it kind of, I haven't watched any whole games of their season, but I feel like they play a lot of games like that where it looks like they're not doing much, and all of a sudden, bang, they pop one.
What are we doing, water breaks in November?
Well, this program, George Walton I know Westfield used to play him back.
That's what
Coach Jones and our days at Titanal, would come up here, and there's a lot of pride in this program. And over the whole course of their school's football history, they've been kind of a low scoring. Their legend Don Williams, who I see down there, who's a head coach here forever. He's on the headset. I think he just loves football. He's kind of involved. Coach Williams was the head coach forever. They would run the split back veer out of two tights, split backs. Never throw the ball.
little nub kick. Jackson St. Clair is going to be tackled out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. Coach, I think it'd be fair to call them historically they'd be a perennial power, right? I mean, I would think that usually say a Final Four type contender, definitely a playoff team.
There were years somebody's hurt.
Yeah, it looks like that might be St. Clair. He was the one tackled on the sideline. He's up now.
Yeah.
Looks like again maybe a little turned ankle.
Well, Coach, they were kind of in transition. When I was in high school, George Walton was a AA school, a little bit smaller, and then they grew as you can tell this area has grown a lot. It's basically connected with Atlanta now.
Right.
And they had some really good years in AAA. But I just remember all those years. They've run the ball a lot around here for a long time. Played a lot of low-scoring games.
St. Clair looks like he's walking better and better the further he gets across the field, which is a good sign. Don't forget, we're already a little short on our and the offensive skill guys with Mason Eastham out. So definitely need him to be okay. They may let him get in the half and get his ankle retaped. And
how good is Joe Allen?
Oh, best in the business, Coach.
Man.
Hornets going to come out and try to run the
counter Trey.
Got a little bit of an action there. Nick Free picks up about 5 yards on first down, but the clock's going to keep running. It looks like, Coach, that we might be content to just bring this into the half as a tie game.
Because you probably want to get, you just kind of want to get regathered and
he's letting
fit that run a little better on defense. I mean, you might take a solo shot. I mean, you got, that guy's giving a soft cushion up there.
Another gain there from Free. That's going to be a first down.
You get on the plus side.
Now we're thinking, the clock stops here. Do you start thinking, Coach, as you get down to a minute 22 left? Yeah, timeout there. Timeout looks like it's going to be called by Coach Campbell.
I wouldn't be shocked if we take a shot to a stone or a win. That corner's kind of out there almost in, I don't want to say cover two principles. He's in a cushion, but he's angled in. He's not squared up. And sometimes you can get a little skinny underneath that. I think they have a safety behind him on the hash, but
You might be able to run that vertical with that square in underneath.
or maybe you come back with a slant wheel scheme. You know, we've heard some people this year with some wheels.
Sure have. If we can get that corner to chase that slant. So definitely something to consider here as we get down to, like I said, 1:22 left in the first half. Hornet football just shy of midfield. Game just tied up by George Walton, 7-7. So it kind of set the scene for you as the Hornets jog back onto the field. See if formationally we look a little different.
Yeah, now we've got 2 receivers over there because the ball's now on this hash. And you get Ben Hobart in the game, Coach. Ben Hobart siding over there.
That's going to be probably St. Clair's replacement.
Oh,
Hey,
right.
back to pass, scoots up in the pocket, going to take off running, but we're going to get a doggone hold call, looks like, Coach.
TD, but now called it.
Got a great gain there on the scramble.
Did you see
it's
their
coming back.
flat, Coach? Did you see their flats defender disrupt Win Hoot's route? If we can get a replay on this, their flats defender, I mean, he took a shot at Win, our slot receiver, and disrupted his route. I mean, really decleated him.
Well, sometimes you can take advantage of that aggression, Coach.
Well, it was they still had overhang players, but I think that's why we held the ball a second. And we're in the same set. I think we'll be content to run it here.
Good decision by Gay there to tuck that one. Would have been a solid gain. Back to pass again, gets rid of it. And Free's going to be dropped for a loss on the play, bringing up 3rd and long. Clock is ticking under a minute now. At this point, Coach Campbell's probably going to want to let this thing tick on down.
Yeah, because either way, you're going to have to punt it again, aren't you, if you don't get it?
Well, if they don't.
No, you're not actually.
They probably would call timeout and make the clock stop, and I think
we called timeout, or did they?
we
called timeout.
We called timeout without really letting much time tick off, so maybe he's trying to cook up something. So we're in a timeout again right here. The down marker says, stick it down. That's not correct, is it? Oh, after the holding call, maybe
Yeah,
it
it
is.
is.
Okay, so we're fine then. We can probably run the clock out even when.
By the way, Andy Ray says he's got to pay us now. He said, "Oh crap, I got to pay you."
Yeah, that's right.
He did. He didn't. Did he think? Did he?
I think we've proven we'll do just about anything for money.
Pretty much, for sure, absolutely. Even $250. I think I should get $350. I did negotiate the deal.
Okay. Well, you need the money. Living in the big city.
Show me the money. Andy Ray.
Looks like a run set here from the Hornets, Coach. Let's see what they come out here. They're going to motion the back out, though. Look that way.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, the ball is not really catchable there, but.
I like the scheme, though. Taking a shot. You got an athlete, Stone, St. Clair.
Bunched up a little bit, but that's.
Had Trey Hardy running down the hash line.
So now you're 3rd and forever with 35 seconds left, and they have a timeout to stop it. So looks like a run here. Trying to bounce that was not a good idea. Coach, I tell you, we haven't really seen a lot of Jackson Harry. You have to wonder if he's kind of nicked up or something.
Man, he kind of had a big night last. Well, I mean, I don't think we have to punt it.
We wouldn't have to without them calling timeout.
Yeah, I don't think we have to punt it.
So we'll see kind of what happens here.
Yeah, I think we're just going.
And if I'm George Walton, I'll make us punt it.
Yeah, and I come after it.
That's right. But
well, I guess everybody's just
unless he's
content
going to
to
let it tick down to almost no time, but I don't know why they would do that.
I think everybody's just content to go get a little drink of water.
So as the half expires, 7-7, first round state playoffs, Hornets and Bulldogs tied up.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network continues to be the best option for live streaming of prep sports in the Mid-State. We have expanded our coverage this sports year to various broadcasts of Westfield School athletics and multiple GIAA.TV championship events. MGSN is also developing our own video production operation, now known as Middle Georgia Video Production. MGSN and MGVP have the capability to provide live streaming options to support broadcast broadcast of live sports, local events, concerts, business meetings, and much more. Not only can MGVP execute live broadcasts, but we also excel in post-production video creation, allowing us to capture your most precious moments, brand your product line, and publicize any event on your social media pages. Let MGVP, with our live streaming experience and production capabilities, partner with you or your business for all of your video production needs.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities.
Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have. Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
What's up, Houston County? It's Megan. Today we are at the Community Education Department at Houston Health Pavilion with the nurse manager, Miss Danielle Ray. We are here to learn a little bit more about Educare and what it has to offer. So Danielle, tell us a little bit about Educare and what it means and what you guys do here.
So we are the part of the hospital that offers education classes to the community. So everything from chronic disease to childbirth to health maintenance, we're here to help the public.
Wow, that's awesome. So what kind of classes do you guys offer here?
So specifically, we try to help with chronic disease for people with heart failure and diabetes, but we also help with health promotion with things like hypertension, high cholesterol, high blood sugar, and to help people maintain good health with healthy living for life classes and exercise classes. We also offer childbirth classes, which is fun for families starting out and wanting to start on a healthy path.
That's awesome. So who are these classes available to? Is this community-wide? Is this specifically for people at Houston Healthcare? Who is that available to?
Available to anybody. Most of them are free. You just call and register. The only one that requires a doctor's order is the diabetes comprehensive class, but everything else is open to anybody, anytime. We offer them monthly, and so you can sign up.
Guys, you can go on to hhc.org, check out the events calendar, see what kind of classes they offer at Educare, how you can sign up, and how Educare can help you become #HoustonHealthy.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like. What I like about Westfield is just the family atmosphere that we have here. The teachers are just great, the coaches are great.
Even though I was not here when I started school, I came in and it was like everyone acted like I had been here the whole time. It's an environment where everyone just accepts you and wants to get to know you like they would have known you, like all of their friends that have been here since the beginning of grade school.
I just like the atmosphere that you have here. Everybody, they truly care about you.
Everyone in my grade, we're so close together. I think of them as my brothers and sisters almost because they know me so well and I know them so well.
I think the most important thing that happened to me when I spent my time in Westfield is that I actually become a Christian, and then I actually find my faith, and I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith to.
At Houston Healthcare, we're recognized as one of the top hospitals in the state based solely on the advanced medical technology we provide. But what isn't taken into account is our people. We have over 2,000 employees that are focused, dedicated, and sincere in their mission to create a positive healthcare outcome for each patient. It just goes to show that maybe the most important aspect of great healthcare is the people who are taking care of you. And that just can't be measured. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care, closer to home.
At Westfield, we have different clubs that you can be in. You can choose between like a variety of clubs. There's like culinary arts, there's Key Club, there's Green Team, there's Tri High Y. I'm currently involved in theatrical productions at Westfield. I'm involved with the school's One Act and several plays like Prayer Club, and Tri High Y, and Key Club, and I also dance. For Christmas, we decorated Christmas trees, and we decorated door decorations for the nursing homes here in Perry. And we have also, I've gone and cleaned up some of the parks around Perry. Community service is definitely valued at Westfield.
Together. Athletic.
Friendships.
Confidence.
Challenging.
Success. Rewarding.
So what exactly is hashtag Houston Healthy? Hashtag Houston Healthy is a healthcare initiative powered by Houston Healthcare. This initiative was created to enhance the overall health and well-being of our community. And here's how you can participate. Anytime you make a healthy choice, like eating a healthy meal, going to an exercise class, or just walking the dog, take a picture, preferably a selfie so we can see you. Upload it to your favorite social media platform and use the hashtag Houston Healthy. Let everyone know what you're doing to make Houston County a healthier and happier place to live. Remember, hashtag Houston Healthy. Healthier today for a better tomorrow. What's up, Houston County? My name's Megan. We are in the beautiful town of Perry, Georgia today. We are at Big Indian Creek Waterway, and we're going to talk about a little bit about the trails here and what all you can do in this park. So first off, if you go down this trail over here to my left, you will have 15 minutes of walking one way. If you do 15 minutes that way and 15 minutes back, you're at a total of 30 minutes. Come on, let's go. Come on, Bandit. Did you know that just 30 minutes of walking a day can do so much for your overall health? It can improve your mood, it can also improve your digestion, and it can also reduce your risk for heart disease. So why wouldn't you want to take a walk? This beautiful park here in Perry, Georgia is the perfect place to take a 15-minute to 30-minute walk, and it's dog friendly. So come join us and get Houston Healthy today.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network continues to be the best option for live streaming of prep sports in the Mid-State. We have expanded our coverage this sports year to various broadcasts of Westfield School athletics and multiple GIAA.TV championship events. MGSN is also developing our own video production operation, now known as Middle Georgia Video Production. MGSN and MGVP have the capability to provide live streaming options to support broadcast of live sports, local events, concerts, business meetings, and much more. Not only can MGVP execute live broadcasts, but we also excel in post-production video creation, allowing us to capture your most precious moments, brand your product line, and publicize any event on your social media pages. Let MGVP, with our live streaming experience and production capabilities, partner with you or your business for all of your video production needs.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities. Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
What's up, Houston County? It's Megan. Today we are at the Community Education Department at Houston Health Pavilion with the nurse manager, Miss Danielle Ray. We are here to learn a little bit more about Educare and what it has to offer. So Danielle, tell us a little bit about Educare and what it means and what you guys do here.
So we are the part of the hospital that offers education classes to the community. So everything from chronic disease to childbirth to health maintenance, we're here to help the public.
Wow, that's awesome. So what kind of classes do you guys offer here?
So specifically, we try to help with chronic disease for people with heart failure and diabetes, but we also help with health promotion with things like hypertension, high cholesterol, high blood sugar, and to help people maintain good health with Healthy Living for Life classes and exercise classes. We also offer childbirth classes, which is fun for families starting out and wanting to start on a healthy path.
That's awesome. So who are these classes available to? Is this community-wide? Is this specifically for people at Houston Healthcare? Who is that available to?
Available to anybody. Most of them are free. You just call and register. The only one that requires a doctor's order is the diabetes comprehensive class, but everything else is open to anybody, anytime. We offer them monthly, and so you can sign up.
Guys, you can go on to hhc.org, check out the events calendar, see what kind of classes they offer at Educare, how you can sign up, and how Educare can help you become #HoustonHealthy. What's up, Houston County? My name's Megan. We are in the beautiful town of Perry, Georgia today. We are at Big Indian Creek Waterway, and we're going to talk about a little bit about the trails here and what all you can do in this park. So first off, if you go down this trail over here to my left, you will have 15 minutes of walking one way. If you do 15 minutes that way and 15 minutes back, you're at a total of 30 minutes. Come on, let's go. Come on, Bandit. Did you know that just 30 minutes of walking a day can do so much for your overall health? It can improve your mood, it can also improve your digestion, and it can also reduce your risk for heart disease. So why wouldn't you want to take a walk? This beautiful park here in Perry, Georgia is the perfect place to take a 15-minute to 30-minute walk, and it's dog friendly. So come join us and get Houston Healthy today.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network continues to be the best option for live streaming of prep sports in the Mid-State. We have expanded our coverage this sports year to various broadcasts of Westfield School athletics and multiple GIAA.TV championship events. MGSN is also developing our own video production operation, now known as Middle Georgia Video Production. MGSN and MGVP have the capability to provide live streaming options to support broadcast of live sports, local events, concerts, business meetings, and much more. Not only can MGVP execute live broadcasts, but we also excel in post-production video creation, allowing us to capture your most precious moments, brand your product line, and publicize any event on your social media pages. Let MGVP, with our live streaming experience and production capabilities, partner with you or your business for all of your video production needs.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities. Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
What's up, Houston County? It's Megan. Today we are at the Community Education Department at Houston Health Pavilion with the nurse manager, Miss Danielle Ray. We are here to learn a little bit more about Educare and what it has to offer. So Danielle, tell us a little bit about Educare and what it means and what you guys do here.
So we are the part of the hospital that offers education classes to the community. So everything from chronic disease to childbirth to health maintenance, we're here to help the public.
Wow, that's awesome. So what kind of classes do you guys offer here?
So specifically, we try to help with chronic disease for people with heart failure and diabetes, but we also help with health promotion with things like hypertension, high cholesterol, high blood sugar, and to help people maintain good health with healthy living for life classes and exercise classes. We also offer childbirth classes, which is fun for families starting out and wanting to start on a healthy path.
That's awesome. So who are these classes available to? Is this community-wide? Is this specifically for people at Houston Healthcare? Who is that available to?
Available to anybody. Most of them are free. You just call and register. The only one that requires a doctor's order is the diabetes comprehensive class, but everything else is open to anybody, anytime. We offer them monthly, and so you can sign up.
Guys, you can go on to hhc.org, check out the events calendar, see what kind of classes they offer at Educare, how you can sign up, and how Educare can help you become #HoustonHealthy.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there.
Welcome back to Westfield Hornet Football, Mid-Georgia Sports Network, as we kind of conclude our half. A great halftime show by the George Walton Band. I'm sure they have a little nickname. I didn't catch it. But anyway, great halftime show. Coach Farmer and I enjoyed it immensely, talking about the Roman Empire.
Right.
Kind of a reenactment. I felt like we were at a little history lecture. But anyway, the score is tied 7-7, Coach. Got a pretty good idea what you're going to say, but give me some keys kind of to the second half as we get ready to tee it up.
Well, first of all, band was strong. They've always had a good band. Concession stand was strong. Keys to the second half.
Great hot dog.
Great sausage dog was good. Hamburger. Not, obviously I'm love our Booster Club concession stand is the best ever.
Top notch.
But it's the second. I'm going to give George Walton a second for this season. Keys to the half. We just gotta clean some things up. Cannot give up the big play on. We gave up a big play on defense, and we've got to make George Walton earn everything.
And we've done a good job of that.
Except that one series.
That's right.
JJ stepping on my cord, but it is tight up here. And for offensively, the keys for us, Coach Fowler. I just think we've got to not beat ourselves. We played behind the sticks like the last two or three drives of the first half. We procedure penalties or motion, moving a little early.
Really kind of felt like we kind of lost our way a little bit those last three possessions, didn't it?
Right, and that just killed us on the field position game, but also took away chances for us to score. So we got to get a stop here. Need good kickoff coverage, and it kind of just the tale of two quarters.
A little bit, right? Yep.
But and we're kind of banged up.
Yeah,
what would be nice is a big play. We need, and I can't believe I'm saying this because I don't always think you can equate the college game and pro game verbiage. You get a little, but we need an explosive play. Kirby Smart, explosive play.
I thought you were going to be like Spider 2Y Banana or something. So,
all right, a little player spotlight here that Brett's got up there. Jackson Hare, 50 rushing attempts. How many TDs is that? 3? I can't see there, Brett, on the 50 rushes for 3 touchdowns, 386 yards. He's really come on. Kind of wondering, is he a little banged up tonight? I told it a lot last week. I think you'll see us come back to those multiple tight end sets, Coach, and get them in a bind with some of that single wing stuff. We just got to get the field position to do it and not be behind the sticks.
Yeah, Coach, it's interesting that we talked about Jackson Hare there as a player spotlight because it seemed like we didn't see a lot of him in the second quarter, so we were a little curious if maybe he had gotten an injury, but I don't really have an answer to that. But saw a lot of Nick Free running the ball, which he did a great job.
Nick Free did a good job, for sure.
Great job. So really proud of what he's done. A lot of faith in him by our coaching staff, of course. So he can certainly carry the load without a doubt. But just wondering if we're at full health. And, of course, we saw Jackson St. Clair go down and was limping. I'd imagine we'd see him back, but I guess we'll just have to kind of wait and see as we get ready to start the half. But I really would like to see us come out and kind of try to run the football. I know they had some success tackling us, but I really felt like and you mentioned it even after the first drive or two, we felt like we could kind of wear them down just running at them. They're not real deep. But
you just wonder if we'll come back with that Wildcat look where we had leverage.
Yep. As you can see, both teams lining up for the opening of the second half kickoff.
And it really wasn't the Wildcat. It was the amount of tight ends and backs to that side. I'm sure Coach will come back to it.
So Rankin has the ball teed up. And it's getting a few practice swings like Coach Farmer on the golf course.
Oh, played
around today, Coach.
Yeah,
heard you had a couple of nice shots.
A small world. In fact, a dear friend of mine who's actually a George Walton graduate. Small world. So I've been up here all day playing in a memorial fundraiser for a friend of mine that coached with me that passed away at 39 years old. He's Josh Dare. He's on several state championship teams up here at George Walton, but he coached for me at Piedmont, and this summer passed away, 39 years old, heart attack, 4 kids, and so we did a little golf tournament fundraiser for him just down the road.
Well, we certainly are thinking about his family. I know it's been a few months now, but I know he meant a lot to you. So
yeah, he was my secondary coach at Piedmont on 2 championship teams, and so he was a lot of fun to be around, but he was a great player here.
So the Hornets hem up the kickoff returner at around the 25 or 30-yard line. Again, I'm a block.
Who's 17 for us? That's Hunter Massey.
Yeah, that's
Hunter Massey.
Hunter and his older brother Cooper and my son have become really good friends, and I call them Drew and Coop, getting ready to get their music career started. I hope they're listening so they can hear me say that.
That's kind
of a lot of guitar and stuff together. But so here we go, coming out. George Walton, first possession. I've got a bad angle. I'm going to look over our football film.
It's 2 tights.
Shoulder here.
There are 2 tights with a wing and then Yeah, that was no misdirection about that. That was either buck or some type of just power. I'm sure they down blocked and kicked. I don't know if we can get a replay. I think it was too tight to wing.
So replay coming here, as you can see.
So did any guards pull?
Yeah,
just both guards. It's like buck.
Yep. And really kind of fit it up in there. Both teams now have a little bit to go off of to make their halftime adjustments. So we'll need to fit that a little better as they pick up a first down out near midfield. We'll call it 40 at the 41, I guess. Not quite there yet. But we're in a better optimal viewing section of the field.
And now they got this tight end flexed.
There's your counter. And he's up the middle again with a solid game.
That tells me they got, Coach, those two first plays and how they blocked it tells me they may have gotten on the old whiteboard and
drawn some things up.
Yeah, because they're blocking it pretty clean.
So second and short, definitely ahead of schedule for the Bulldogs. They're quick at the line of scrimmage. Seeing something they like, quarterback run. He's going to have the first down, tackled by a host of Hornets, but he gets a solid pickup of about 6 or so. So leaning on us a little bit, Coach. Like to see the Hornets bow their neck right here. Certainly don't want to drive down the field and get points.
We got to be a little better at the point of attack. That's just two tight ends, a wing up top, and a sniffer. And
there's your counter.
That's a great play.
Broke a tackle. We had him in the backfield, but he broke a tackle, and Reddick's hurt. He's going to be okay. I know he's been fighting a little bit of a stinger. He'll shake that off. They will stop the. Oh, is that a flag down at the end of the play there?
We didn't get a face mask, did we?
Well, where it's dropped, it leads you to think it might be. So let's see. They're clapping, so it looks like maybe it's on us. Personal foul.
Is
that Chip Huffman?
That is Chip. That's because you took the words out of my mouth.
I just saw it for the first time.
A legend.
Legendary Chip
Huffman. That joker's done.
I did notice that we had the
games.
Augusta Officials Association earlier. So, the legendary Chip Huffman, honored to have him calling the game tonight. He has been in the state championship back when they were in the Dome, and he's been obviously a really solid official for a very long time. Usually runs our rules clinics. So, the Hornets going to have to really kind of buckle down right here. The ball gets inside the 20 now. Long cadence snap count here.
And that's just power. Because the H-back kicked out, and it was just one guard flapping.
I tell you, 14's got some quicks. We haven't really been able to see that. Got some quicks there, and that's another solid gain to stay ahead of the chain. 2nd and 5 now. Need a good stop here. So there's your play. Yeah, I think they pulled both guards, Coach. That's Buck.
I saw it was the back was the kicker, kick out guy. But they may have pulled both of them. But I know 56 looked good pulling.
Yeah. Little quarterback counter. They got a little crease. It's going to get them a first down. First down and goal at about the 4 now.
And these are the kind of drives when you're a defensive coordinator, just
you feel hopeless, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, you're like, okay, we're bleeding slowly, but we're bleeding profusely, giving up large chunks.
They look like Trinity Christian about 4 years ago.
So here come the Bulldogs again. I think he's in, and that's going to be a touchdown, and not the way you wanted the second half to start if you're the Hornets. So clearly some adjustments made by the Bulldogs. It looks like, Coach, a little bit like we're not playing with the fire we played with earlier, but that may, that could be a lot of things involved in that. But you see there is the Bulldogs line up for the extra point. Snap was a little high, but the holder got it down, and the kick is good. So the Bulldogs now take a 14-7 lead on the Hornets. But we'll get the ball right here and see if we've made some adjustments ourselves offensively.
Yeah, we got to answer.
A lot of possessions in the first half, so certainly being down 1 score is nothing to be extremely alarmed about. But the fact that the way they did it is a little worrisome, but we'll see kind of how we adjust now. So last kick to avoid the deep return was a squib kick. and they were able to tackle us in much better field position for them. So let's see kind of what they do kicking the ball here. They go squib again. It's going to get to the returner. That's St. Clair. He's going to reverse field now. Stutter step, get vertical, and going to get out to almost the 40-yard line. Probably about as much as they could get there. Those kicks are hard to get much of a return on when they're kind of squibbed at you like that.
So we need to be good on first down.
Right.
No penalties, that type of deal.
That's right. So stay ahead of the chains. And like we mentioned earlier and several times this season, staying on schedule or ahead of the sticks, as some people like to say, you need at least 3 to 4 yards on first down.
And you really got to stay on schedule if you're not going to have explosive plays.
That's right.
And we really haven't had.
We haven't as of yet, but you wonder if one's not coming.
Here's our run sets, Coach. Jackson Hare and the Wildcat.
That Wildcat. Hare's in the game, drops the snap, picks it up. Not going to be able to get to the edge. You just knock the ball. Gets popped loose and rolls out of bounds. That's going to be a big loss on first down.
And by now it's too late if you drop the snap.
Well, the loss maybe not as big as I thought. Maybe just about a 3 or 4 yard loss. So, but still, speaking of being behind the chains, you just got to catch the snap, Coach. I know he's looking for a hole to run in, but got to catch the snap before he can go anywhere. So, Hornets will line up now, second and a long 12, we'll call it.
So we're in that kind of unique, well, we're going to be empty here. We got 4 receivers to the right, 1 down here, and Mike could take a solo shot to win hoots, but we're.
Little tunnel look, not much there. Here versus Field, excuse me, that's St. Clair versus Field, and he's going to get the edge for a big gain. We'll call it a gain of about 17 yards. And Coach, he took
a U-turn,
some lemons, and made some lemonade.
Hey, I'm down with lemonade. I
almost went with the chicken salad analogy, but I had to catch myself because that's not where I need to go on air.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, there you go. Ding.
Yes. Ding. Sorry, it's been a long day. Ding. Yeah, you saw the waterbug's quick.
There's the run game coming back now with Hare. He's got the ball covered up. They're really kind of raking at it.
Yeah, and I don't know if we're blocking it right. If our, is it a option? Does the quarterback have an option to pull it? But when you see several defensive linemen tackling the ball carrier, and then our linemen are climbing,
right,
and they're not fit up on somebody,
makes you wonder if there's a reek that's tackling the ball.
Yeah, and somebody's not. I don't know if they're not hip to hip. On a lot of those combo blocks, you got to be hip to hip.
At this point in the season, you'd like to think we had kind of, worked those combos out, but
They got 10 seconds on the play clock.
So the Hornets are a little slow getting out of the huddle, still looking at their band.
A little wing T set here.
Set now.
Little jet.
Little fake
jet
the jet.
action. There's I love it in the window.
Oh, he did come back and get it in the window. Yeah. Hoots with a great adjustment to the ball.
And that's what I was talking about. That corner kind of, it's almost like cover 2 principles.
Yeah.
Or, Tampa 2.
We'll have to see the replay here, and I don't know if we'll be able to see it or not, but can't help but wonder if
get the whole picture, but he gets behind that corner, and the safety, that throws so
a little bit off his back foot. It makes you wonder if he couldn't have really stepped into that, if he couldn't have thrown it past the safety and maybe scored a touchdown.
But because the throw was so low, it's quick, the safety can't roll over the top. So I thought it was thrown, a good trajectory, because that safety's on the hash. We motion the trips.
Hare trying to show the speed there. He does get outside, cuts it up. He found a little gear there, Coach.
Yes, sir.
I know we were wondering a little bit at halftime, but I think that answers it. He looks healthy to me.
And, boy, does he look good when he plants on that outside foot and gets to the corner. Look good blocking out there.
So they are in my blind spot. So now you've got it, Coach.
I'm going to spot JJ over here. Well, let's see what we got here. Sorry, I can't see. And we're just, a little downhill run game. We've not had a lot of movement. Now JJ's got me at where I can watch it on TV.
Oh, we're big time now, huh?
Well, like we normally do.
JJ always come through in the clutch.
He's like, get out of here.
Man was all over the Veracross training today. Almost misspoke. There's a little speed sweep.
That's the one that's incomplete. If you drop it, it's incomplete.
That's right. Looks like we might have picked up.
Yeah, I'm about to watch it on
3 or 4
film.
yards. Hard to tell from that angle, but.
Yeah, we're.
Now he's finally moving the stick.
Yeah, everybody's just reaching right.
53 running that from behind, running it down from behind the nose. He goes, a good player. Trevor's a good player.
I think you'll see some type of special run set for us here. I don't really think you'll see, or not special, but in terms of something exotic. But I think you're going to see you might see a little jet coming to us, jet action, little Q run, little.
Not sure why
it's counter, but it's or counter action. But now we're in a kind of uncomfortable distance. We're personnel in it, so I don't know if we're going to run or throw.
You got to think field goal.
Oh, we're going field goal. Yep.
I would think it's not a long field goal, and it certainly would. You got to come over with some points, don't you?
Yeah.
But you would. I mean, the field position deal, if you didn't get it, would be okay, I guess. So anyway, so the kick is snap is there, the hold is there, the kick is up, and the kick.
He must have pushed it to the right.
Is no good, I guess. So unfortunately, come away with nothing. And of course, now in hindsight, you wish you'd gone for it, but you don't get to play that way, do you?
No, doesn't work that way.
But field position-wise, you feel pretty good. It's going to come back out to the 20. But now let's see if we can make a few adjustments and go back to playing defense the way we were in the first half.
Has there been a big turnover in the game? I don't think there has there?
There has not, but I'm glad you brought it up right now. Well, we threw the one interception. We did throw the one interception.
That was a big turnover one.
And I guess we've had a couple of turnover on downs for George Walton, if that counts, which I guess it does. But they haven't put it on the ground or anything, but again, the ground is wet. The ball, we've seen some problems.
Ooh, Dean Massey and a host of Hornets.
Well, we'll know he'll stick you.
Mr. Westfield.
Here comes your replay here.
Little power game.
Massey gets off a block beautifully. And
have you seen how Brett rewinds this little circle thing? I feel like I'm hanging out with Spinderella.
Can he rewind it back when I was about 185 pounds?
I'm going to not touch that one. Ooh. And we are doing some physical tackling, but unfortunately it's at like the second level.
So big third down here for the Hornets. We'll call it 3rd and 3. The P announcer says 2. We're going to just agree to disagree. So big play here for the Hornets. They need to get off the field, Coach.
Yeah, this you need the next down to be a Walton punt.
They got us leveraged a little bit down to this side. Let's see if we shift.
They've run counter though out of that. Well,
yeah, he busted it.
Oh, they get you fit up bad.
I don't know that we can chase him down. We're trying.
We're just not fit, and we get fit up wrong in those gaps.
Well, you could kind of see it. Didn't look like we were lined up correctly. I felt like they had us leveraged to that side, and they ran underneath our end, but it's just we got to be able to fit that a little bit better than that. So,
well, that flex tight end, you kind of got to make a decision how you get in there and play your techs.
That's right. I know I've heard you many times say consider that guy as like an inline tight end and line up on his outside eye.
Depending on how far his split is.
That's right.
And I don't, but Lee Campbell has forgotten more defensive football than most people. So
as the PAT is good to stretch the lead to 21-7. So now the Hornets need to get something going.
Yeah.
But again, it's not like obviously the big play there speaks differently, but the Bulldogs don't have a big necessarily a quick strike offense, so you feel like the Hornets do have kind of that advantage if they can make this a little bit of a shootout, but they've got to get going offensively.
Yeah. you know.
And to be fair, they drove down the field in the last possession, so nothing saying they can't do it again.
Just stalled out. I'll tell you, it's really, you think about, folks, I know you can't see the really short gentleman with the bald head on Walton sideline, but he was the head coach here forever, Don Williams, during some really good years, and he's an assistant now. And, I mean, he has been coaching forever.
Great kicking coverage there by George Walton. Coach, you got a couple of halftime scores. I know Lakeview and Southland are tied at 7.
Your alma mater, the Raiders.
I'll say I have a couple, but I've got one. That's one, just one.
Yeah,
ours.
I didn't see much on the old sports event.
Yeah, you're right. Pinewood, Brookwood. It'd be interesting to see that.
Well, not a lot of games because it's not, everybody playing in our league the way they.
Goodness
so
gracious.
we're trips into the boundary, tight end attached to here to us, and we throw the quick game.
Rocket tackle. And Coach, did he step out of bounds? Must have. Yep, short gain actually.
They're saying it was complete to Win Hoots, but I think that was complete to Stone St. Clair.
It was a gain of 4, but it looked like he was going to break the big one.
Yeah,
there
that
for a
was
minute.
to 6 Stone because I can recognize Stone's sock game and spat shoe game compared to Wynn's. A little different action. They both
now they've moved
have a little swag.
Move the down marker again, so he did get 5.
So at what point do we, possibly test number 11's ability on 8?
Little dump pass to Thatcher Reddick. It's overthrown.
There's a flag on the play.
There is. It's kind of thrown in the area that might be holding. We'll see.
Yeah, he's just got to get.
Let's see what the call is. Holding on the offense, so that's going to be declined, and now the Bulldogs really kind of have us in trouble here.
Yeah, and that you got to work that ball down in that window, and that they'll talk a lot about your front side, your front shoulder, and just got to work that ball down.
Because we had some early success holding them in these short field situations, so hoping we can do that again here. I kind of feel like it's a game-saving situation here if we. We got guys shifting 2 different directions. Tries to cut it back. We make a play for a short gain. Call it a gain of 4. So we'll call it now 2nd and 6 for the Bulldogs. Good play there by the Hornets. And, boy, what a time for a turnover right here, Coach.
Yeah, just
a scoop and score would not hurt my feelings.
Yeah, and just,
Where it is counter.
Yeah, we played that really well. Wind coming up, and is that Rigdon McCall? Who's 62? Rigdon McCall?
That's Rigdon McCall.
Yeah, he was flowing flat.
So they basically lost their gain on first down. They're back to 3rd and 10 now.
Yep, we need to. I would imagine I think it'll be 2-down territory for George Walton. I don't think they will attempt a field goal.
I don't know that they love their kicker. It's kicking situation.
So that you kind of. As a D coordinator, you're sitting there going, I'm gonna have to stop. I'm gonna stop the run twice. And so now there's your tight end flexed, and this is an overset, Coach.
Yep, sure is.
Really heavy this way.
The same play they busted a touchdown on, and he's through again.
Overset.
And Coach, he does have enough for a first down.
Leveraged.
Same thing they did on the long touchdown play, just out leveraged. You're right. We've done some of that earlier, and then pre-snap we shifted to it, but not shifting now, and it's cost us a couple of big plays, and that was an opportunity there to maybe get off the field, and kind of lost out on that. So quarterback bobbles a snap and really doesn't go anywhere on that play.
And we're almost at the end of the third quarter. I mean, how quick was that quarter?
And we've had one possession, 2 counting the quick, I guess, the interception.
Hey,
yeah, 10 seconds left in the.
Gina Smallwood just texted me and said, hey, Don Williams is related to her. Appreciate you mentioning him. Well, Gina, Don is as good a school man as there comes, and they're all over our great league. People that love their school and have been there for a long time. So that's interesting.
So hello to Gina and Lee and their boys, and enjoy coaching them very much. But as we end the third quarter, we'll go to a little break here to pay homage to our sponsors a little bit. The score after 3 is George Walton 21, Westfield 7.
What's up, Houston County? My name's Megan. We are in the beautiful town of Perry, Georgia today. We are at Big Indian Creek Waterway, and we're going to talk about a little bit about the trails here and what all you can do in this park. So first off, if you go down this trail over here to my left, you will have 15 minutes of walking one way. If you do 15 minutes that way and 15 minutes back, you're at a total of 30 minutes. Come on, let's go. Come on, Bandit. Did you know that just 30 minutes of walking a day can do so much for your overall health? It can improve your mood, it can also improve your digestion, and it can also reduce your risk for heart disease. So why wouldn't you want to take a walk? This beautiful park here in Perry, Georgia is the perfect place to take a 15-minute to 30-minute walk, and it's dog friendly. So come join us and get housed and healthy today.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network continues to be the best option.
Way down here to our left, Coach
Yeah,
Fowler.
so welcome back to Monroe, and George Walton knocking on the door here, Coach. And I'm going to have to let you have it.
Yeah, it is outside. I mean, I can barely see that. So it was a little, I guess it was the power to the right. And they pushed the pile 3 yards. Ball's going to be inside the 5. Second down and goal. And we need, was it third? Sorry. Yep, third down. Brett's right.
Okay, 3rd and goal from the 3. I had to hear the PA. I'm trying to look at the score and hear the PA. I cannot see the action.
Folks, Coach Fowler literally has the cord that's attached to his headset, and it's as far as it'll go, and he's stepping around the corner to see through another window.
I'm looking over my man Soham Patel's shoulder. Shout out, Soham. There you go. Looks like they get in for the score.
And they've just been leaning on us this whole half.
Yeah, look, we're looking a little tired now, Coach. The worst part, other than scoring, is having to hear the Georgia Fight song again. Hopefully I won't hear it that much in a few weeks, but I don't know that I'm optimistic because the Tech run defense is rough. So 28-7 now, George Walton, and the Hornets will have to be in some hurry up to try to get a couple of scores up to get, the fourth quarter is just underway, so there is a good bit of time left. You're going to get, if you can get some stops, you should get, 3 or 4 more possessions, but you're going to really need to get in a hurry here. And if you can crawl back within 1 score, inside, maybe around 2 minutes or so, you feel like you've got a chance. So certainly something that we could do.
Yeah. You got to have a good kick return here. Man, wish you could steal one. That escalated in a hurry. The whole.
Yeah, it really did. Just the Bulldogs came out with kind of a renewed vigor after the halftime speech, whatever it was they got, or adjustments they made. A little high pooch kick across the field. We catch it and get tackled out of bounds, but probably the best starting field position we've had over the last 3 or 4 kicks.
And George Walton's playing it safe. You can't return those. Those are hard to. You take that kick every kickoff all year, wouldn't you?
That's right.
High school
sure
football.
Would.
Every kick.
Without a doubt.
And now do we have somebody down? Players are kind of crowded around, or
Maybe just huddling on the sideline. Yeah.
Good. Nobody's hurt.
Coach, I've really enjoyed the band tonight, though. It's been fun.
Even though they're the Bulldogs?
Yeah, whatever. But they're really talented. I want to give a little shout-out to them, though, because they really have been solid. Their halftime show was really good.
Their band has been good for a long, long time.
The band adds a lot to a football game. And Gay ends up throwing the ball behind Jackson St. Clair. Might have been better off just trying to run it and see when he could get there. But so it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. You can pick up the band and the microphone.
And Coach Fowler's getting after it up here. He's
got the rhythm on my bones, Coach.
Did you just go the rhythm? Did you go Gloria Estefan on me? The rhythm is going to get you?
No, I did not say that. I'm very familiar with Gloria Estefan as a child of the 80s. But no. There's a little quad diamond set, quick screen to St. Clair. He's going to get some yardage here. Number 6 has proven to be quite the player all night long on both sides of the ball. He's able to catch up with St. Clair in tackling, but not before he gains, we'll call it 6 yards on 2nd down. So
Six has been all over the field defensively.
Yeah, 6 and 53 have just been kind of their dudes. 44 also playing some linebacker, making a lot of plays. 15 at defensive end, seen him a good bit. So we're going to get a timeout here from Coach Campbell, it looks like. 3rd down and maybe 5. So, Coach, and I don't know that you don't even have to think about this as being 4-down territory at this point.
Yeah, you just
the way they're running the football, you got to be thinking we got to move chains. So, it'll be interesting to see. Of course, Hornets coming off a huge win last week against the Pacelli Vikings, and
that's
an
where it is.
incredible way to end your senior year at the Hornets' Nest with a huge upset. The students storming the field. I mean, just a neat environment at the Hornets' Nest in Perry Friday night.
And that's why it's a little disappointing this half, because you're like, man, you just played so clean and with such passion last week, and it's just kind of gone askew here.
So Gay takes the handoff. The ball's on the ground. It is recovered by the Hornets. Something about the mesh caused a problem. The ball is recovered by 68. That's Wilt Leonard, the center. But it's going to be a loss of yardage, bringing up 4th and 8. And like I said earlier, I think you have to think about going for this.
And Coach is going for it. And you're just kind of in that uncomfortable. Hadn't had a lot of 4th and 2s.
You feel like if he'd have given the ball, maybe, I don't know if you got a 1st down, but I feel like you had 4 or 5 yards, maybe 3. But now you're 4th and 8. Kind of an obvious passing down and distance. He looks out to his left, throws it behind the intended receiver.
Yeah, we had that.
It's going to be a turnover on down.
Yeah, we had it in that window on the slant.
So as the band tries to paint the door black, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but man, that's loud. And it's good, but it's loud. Now you want to see the Hornets really kind of step up and bow their neck and kind of get the ball back. A little quarterback run there on a little counter action.
And then we got a man down. Reagan McCall's down.
That looks like a cramp.
Yeah.
Pulling on his toe. So that looks like a cramp from McCall on a humid night. Going to be a gain of about 3 or 4 by the Bulldog quarterback there. Coach, well, we got a little stoppage here for the injury as he stretches out McCall's cramp. Just want to make note that the basketball teams, the middle school boys have already started the basketball season. They played 2 games and are 2-0.
Hey, yeah, how'd that? I know they won the GMC game, so they beat Gray Station.
GMC and they beat
Gray Station.
Was that who they played? I thought they played like a Jones County middle school team.
Which is Gray Station.
Is that who it is?
Yeah, they call it.
Well, anyway, so they beat them, and by a similar score, it was like 32-25 or somewhere in there, based on what Coach Hardy told me. That I know the varsity boys have been practicing without their football teammates, that waiting for them to finish their season, obviously, which we hope is still a few weeks away.
Right.
Our varsity girls have been practicing. Our JV girls, I mentioned them earlier. Or excuse me, middle school girls.
Yep.
Mentioned them earlier. They play their first game Monday. I think it's at FPD, if I remember correctly. So, and the Lady Hornets and varsity boys Hornets will kick off at Stratford on the 21st, just in a little over a week. So, 2 weeks from yesterday, in fact.
And, and one thing that we didn't get to talk about a lot this year, we try to give a shout out, and this is after the season, but man, what about the cross country program and just how it's grown and just the momentum. Shout out to Coach Hardy. A little shout out to my man Reed. I know there's a lot of guys on the cross country. My man Reed Black in AP Euro was, always talking about, Coach, we running a match today. I'm running a meet today. I guess you call it a meet.
Coach Hardy got his basketball guys that aren't playing football to help him out on the cross country team this year, and they were valuable members of the team.
And do some of those cross country people run track? Oh yeah, this week's
there we go.
There we go. And again, there's quarterback counter. They're holding Neil O'Brien. It's his job to get off the block. But when both of them take down and their arms are outside, I just think that's a hold.
Calling it third and really short. Well, I see the head referee saying first down, but the marker doesn't look like it's a first down to me. Now we're going to get a timeout on the field. Nobody get a measurement, which is, I'm guessing that's what's going on. So as you see Chip Huffman walk over to the ball, maybe they are going to get a measurement here.
And there goes Coach Fowler's favorite tune.
Dun, 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 dun. Go Jackets.
Go Jackets.
Yeah, I call that. No?
I'll be honest with you. I know that Georgia fans can't say this, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. I don't mind if Tech win.
It's to me tomorrow.
As long as they don't beat Georgia.
Clemson at noon. That's going to be. I'm not expecting to win that one. Although both teams are 5-4. So we'll see. But I think that Clemson discovered a little something in the run game against Notre Dame.
Listen, I know Dabo said if you're going to buy Clemson stock, you better buy it now. Whatever.
That guy, I don't know.
Hey,
the ball on the ground, which is going to cause a little to no gain. But
so we fit it, Sammy.
So before I leave
Sammy McGee in there,
the Georgia Tech thing alone, let me say one win from bowl eligibility, which would be tremendous for the first year under the Brent Key regime.
The quarterback's played well.
Quarterback's been solid. Defense has been a huge question mark. We'll see what kind of happens through the portal and all that in the offseason. But so excited about where the Jackets are. No expectations of them beating Georgia. If they just can keep it close for 3 quarters or so,
I'd be happy.
So
not George Walton Dogs, but
I will say tomorrow should be interesting. Game day in Athens, playing in the rain. Two top 10 teams sweep to the outside.
That was an overset. They leveraged this.
And he's going to score again.
That's the set and play scheme they scored on earlier. So they flexed the tight end or split. I think it's a split. They got a tight and a split flexed. Yep. Yeah, because it's an overset.
Yeah, you can see there we had. I don't think maybe our guys on the field are recognizing that maybe and not sliding over, but
or rolling up a secondary guy. You gotta.
But at any rate,
yep.
Tomorrow, Ole Miss, top 10 team versus Georgia top 10 team. No prediction for me, but I'm expecting a good game.
What are you, Herb Street? Are you calling the game?
Yeah. You never know. I'm in the business now.
I'm in the biz, Jerry. Little Seinfeld.
No, I don't know. I did in my pick'em pool with my buddies. I did take Clemson, I did take Ole Miss in the points.
No, you took
Just saying. But I got 2 touchdowns. I mean, I think it's smart play.
Ole Miss is going to get rolled tomorrow.
Let me be very clear.
Well, maybe
this
not.
is a no money, just friends, picking against each other for pride.
Don't believe it, folks.
So
Don't believe it, folks.
I don't have the money to spend.
Coach Fowler runs an
Although I am $2.50 richer. Thank you, Andy Ray.
No, you're $1.50. You're $1.50
Well,
richer.
we're going to arm wrestle for the dollar after the game, and I'm confident.
You can have it.
I'm confident.
You're a large man. You can have it. We'll go $2.50.
I got short arms though. That's
short arms. I'm the T-Rex arms.
So I remember the story as the Bulldogs teed up to kick it off. They kick a little scoop kick on the ground again. Going to be fielded by the up back and falling right there just inside the 40. So many of you may remember Corey Holiday, who was a great football player for us in 2014, 13 and 14. Came in as a junior year and really helped us out in that back-to-back state championship run. Well, he arm wrestled Jake Walls, who remember long-time Westfield graduate and long-time Westfield coach. Now they having a very successful second career here as a head coach at such fellowship. But anyway, and Jake Walls just pounded him, and nobody could figure it out, and nobody thought to think his arms are so much longer than Jake's. Gay back to pass, taking a deep shot, overthrows his receiver.
Yeah, and the George Walton, back in the secondary, we haven't had to talk about them a lot tonight, but they fit that pretty good. You know, their spacing.
Well, it helps too. They know we're throwing the ball at this point, so they're bailing on the snap. So gonna be tough, I would think, to hit anything deep.
Yeah,
probably gonna have to maybe throw some underneath and break a tackle to get a big play.
And that corner just gets way outside to where you can't even run the fade. They funnel everything back into the safety. A big hit. You hear the oohs and ahs of the George Walton faithful. Let Nick frees up. It's a good physical run. Good tackle by number 7. A run after catch, I'm sorry.
I like what Nick did there. I don't know if you noticed. Let's see if we can see on the. Let's see if I don't want to misspeak. Yeah. So Nick walks off, realizes he left the ball on the ground, turns around and goes back, picks it up and hands it to the official coach.
Ever the gentleman.
Always a gentleman. Shows a lot of class right there. The young man was raised right.
Well, we're in a little wing slot, and it's going to be a little throwback action.
I think he wanted to show that little waggle throwback action that we saw last week, Coach. But after seeing it on film, George Walton, being well prepared, was sitting on that.
I'd like this.
There is a flag down, it looks like.
Down, and he's under some duress right there.
He's in a spot.
I thought he was going to throw the deep ball to win on the rollout.
See where that flag is. It makes you wonder if it wasn't a. The play didn't blow dead, though, so it's kind of curious what the call is. Is that a legal man downfield? Yeah, legal man downfield.
Yeah. Declined.
It's going to make it third down and 5.
And I got to be honest with you, this will be a score that's kind of shocking around the league because people thought
you just didn't see it going this way after the first couple of minutes. So we were able to drive down there and take that early 7-0 lead, and you felt like, and I even made the comment, I'm not sure we're the underdog here, the way we've been playing, and George Walton really kind of figured some things out in the second half, and we really haven't had much success offensively or really defensively for that matter since.
The Hornets
we got a timeout. We can't get on the same page there. Coach Campbell wants to get something figured out. So, tell you what, Brett, you want to take a quick timeout with them while we're there? So we'll take a quick timeout to hear a word from our sponsors here on Mid-Georgia Sports Network.
Houston County, my name's Megan. We are in the beautiful town of Perry, Georgia today. We are at Big Indian Creek Waterway, and we're going to talk about a little bit about the trails here and what all you can do in this park. So first off, if you go down this trail over here to my left, you will have 15 minutes of walking one way. If you do 15 minutes that way and 15 minutes back, you're at a total of 30 minutes. Come on, let's go. Come on, Bandit. Did you know that just 30 minutes of walking a day can do so much for your overall health? It can improve your mood, it can also improve your digestion, and it can also reduce your risk for heart disease. So why wouldn't you want to take a walk?
And welcome back to Don Williams Field. I think it's called Don Williams Field.
Yep.
As the Hornets here in the fourth quarter trail the George Walton Bulldogs. Gay throws the ball underneath the Hoots. He's going to try to get to the edge, and Canny's tripped up. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. Probably should have put his foot in the ground and got south there a little bit.
I think he thought he could bubble it a little bit. That was the scheme we tried to execute earlier.
Oh, yep. Okay.
And we threw it behind him. 7 is a good player, David Eberly.
So it's kind of already their MO. There's no mistaking the identity of the George Walton Bulldogs, but I'm sure they'll literally take the air out of the ball here, Coach.
Yeah. Yep. Well, some of these folks up here got to, get home and get to bed and get ready to go to Athens tomorrow.
Well, I think a lot of our folks are planning to do that as well.
Yep.
Game day in town. Those folks will be sitting in the cool, wet weather. I'll be in the comfort of not in the comfort of my recliner, as you see a modest gain on first down there by the Bulldogs. My wife has declared tomorrow Christmas decorating day.
Ouch.
And she goes full Buddy the Elf.
Ouch.
So I will be on the back porch with my fire going. I guess I just got a brand new 50-inch TV out there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be chilling.
I hear you.
Probably literally, actually, with good weather. But
so it's cold enough. I think I'll light the. Joyce just bought a solo stove. I don't know if I can. See it. And we like it.
Got a little cover to cylinder in the back.
Oh, patio.
Yeah,
but I just like because you don't smell all the smoke.
Yeah,
pretty flame.
Short gain again there for the Bulldogs. The Hornets. Looks like Sammy McGee getting up from on the bottom of the pile there. Another tackle by the freshman. A lot to be excited about, Coach, for this Hornet football team.
Yeah,
I know. Let me
young.
Before we get on that road, let's talk a little bit about these 6 seniors. And I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, Trey. I mean, we got Trey, Hunter Massey, Trey Hardy, Hunter Massey, Will McLean,
Dean Massey, Weston Rankin. Is that 6?
I feel like we're missing.
I should have been counting.
William
Stringer, that's the guy.
Yeah.
So William's just Mr. Fundamental, as I like to call him.
They're just all gentlemen. I mean, they really
guys,
are.
Great kids. They play hard. They've really kind of really led and carried this football team all season. That'll be enough to get a first down for the Bulldogs. So really shout out to them as they go on to do other things. I know in the past, Dean Massey's been a big wrestler. I assume he's wrestling again. I don't know, but some of these guys will move on to other things like basketball or wrestling or baseball in the spring or whatever it may be, or track for you or whatever it is.
Well, and when I think about Will, have you seen the Buzz News Hot Rod of the Week clips? I mean, that guy is
he's
phenomenal.
He's a funny guy for sure.
He's
a lot of personality.
He's Chris Farley.
A lot of personality.
But he's Will McLean's grown up so much too.
Yes.
And, just think about hope if Will gets a chance to probably doesn't want to look at this tomorrow because you remember your last game. I remember my last game as a senior. That's you start looking at that clock and thinking this is it.
Yeah.
And it's not fun to deal with. You kind of don't even want to watch the game for a while.
But I'll tell you, Coach, it's I remember sitting after a state championship game in basketball, our Lady Hornet team had just lost a close game to South in the state championship, and I told them in the locker room that, obviously we wanted to win the trophy, but 20 years since the ball's on the ground there for the Bulldogs, and the quarterback's going to have to just
Willie Stringer on the back down. Russ highly on the pressure.
I remember telling those 2021 senior girls and the whole team, look, you had such a monumental, shocking, upset win in the semifinals. That's the game you're going to remember in 20 years.
Right.
And for these guys, I tell them that Pacelli game on senior night, beating the number 1 or number 2, whatever they were, team in the state, that nobody thought you were going to win.
Right.
And the students rushing the field and the chants and the cheers and the, and that great team prayer and excitement, that's the lasting memory for sure.
Yeah, you see the big picture. So we're inside a 3.5 minutes here, basically. A lot of trying to see who's getting off the ground. Russ and Trey Hardy.
But as we, get down to about the 3-minute mark with the Bulldogs with a comfortable lead at this point, this is kind of the time where, of course, you say your heartfelt and sometimes very tearful goodbyes to your seniors, but you turn around and address those underclassmen and you think, guys, we have a ton of talent coming back.
Right.
A lot of numbers coming back. We know there's a solid freshman class coming up that's way bigger than 6, so your numbers overall are going to be up.
Right.
So you kind of start thinking, we got to, our off season starts Monday. What are we going to do in the weight room starting Monday? So kind of can be an exciting time too, kind of once you get over the toughness of the actual loss. And certainly in the game that I can only speak for myself, I felt like we had a great chance to win coming up here today.
It escalated the other way quickly because we had the, first couple of series. I thought, man, we're a better football team.
Mm-hmm.
And then we kind of played some unclean football with penalties and turnovers.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there. We mentioned it earlier that the key to the victory last week was really clean football.
Yeah, don't beat yourself.
And as I say that, we just pick up another 5-yard penalty on 4th down and 5, which is going to end up being first down, I'm afraid. So
I'm a little shocked George Walton went on too. I get it, but I just that's wild.
Well, I would expect some very vanilla run game here and almost to take a knee territory, but nonetheless, as I was saying, it's your season will start now. Your new season will start next week, and get back to work. And some of these guys will step onto the hardwood and onto the wrestling mats and whatever else it is they do this winter. So,
and coaches, they'll enter that. You'll enter that season where you kind of self-scout.
Absolutely.
What tendencies do I have? What.
And, Coach, it's interesting, and I haven't talked to them about this specifically, but, with Coach Campbell and his staff, most of them being new to Westfield and really most of them being new to the GIAA.
Right.
It'd kind of be interesting to talk to them kind of in a couple of weeks saying, okay, how was this different and, what do you need to do to adjust? And I'm not even saying they need to do anything because he had a really good season.
And in the big picture, and they'll let the dust settle and kind of what's the feeling.
So, but I will say, just a heck of a job, and everything's worked out really great, and I've really enjoyed getting to know these men as they've come over. I had a little bit of a relationship with a couple of them from earlier, different seasons of our lives, but really have enjoyed getting to know these coaches. Just really good guys. So,
and I think
is JJ making fun of me again?
I think JJ's.
Is he making fun of me?
He's making fun of you.
JJ making fun of me. Don't you have some Veracross or something to do, JJ?
Hey.
I nominated you as the Veracross faculty liaison.
Liaison.
No, we had some training today, teacher work day at school. Students enjoyed the day off while us teachers were slaving away, learning about our Veracross system. So, just a good day of learning and a little more of a relaxed environment at school for us as we take heading to our weekend now.
Yeah.
And I guess I know the game's not over yet, so I don't want to, try to speak before I should, Brett. But we've got basketball season coming up, so I'm assuming Brett will be having some of these games on Mid-Georgia Sports. Yeah. As we move into basketball season.
Brett doesn't have his headphones on. He's
watching a
Houston
County game.
Does anybody have a Stratford Strong Rock score as the Bulldogs kneel on it? I'm going to go to the Stratford Twitter page. See what we got. Ooh, Strong Rock 21, Stratford 12. Final score.
It's a little surprising. I tell you, Stratford
was beat up, though, a little bit later on.
Maybe they were. But it feels like their peak performance was against us and kind of went downhill from there.
You're exactly right. And Strong Rock on the eye test, remember how good they looked on the eye test with those bigger linebackers. So let us put our heads together on the player of the game.
It's kind of as we wrap up. Their Sonic player of the game. So after just some quick off-mic referrals, we'll decide it. We'll go with Dean Massey, senior Dean Massey, as the Sonic player of the game. Has led our defense all year. Been a great senior for us and with leadership and his play, and certainly will be missed on this football team as we move forward. So shout out again to those 6 seniors playing their last game of football for the Westfield Hornets, and excited about the future with this bunch, Coach.
I think just everybody's excited about the numbers in the program and just the overall momentum, and tonight will be forgotten about pretty soon.
Yeah. So good job by the coaching staff all year. Congratulations on a great season to all involved. As we wrap this up, Coach, I want to tell you once again, enjoyed another great season. Enjoy always having fun with you, whether it be on mic or off. It's always good times.
Yeah, well,
I can't keep up with you and your movie knowledge, but I'll try.
It's fun doing this with a friend, and
absolutely.
It's too bad that friend's stuck in Macon. You got me with that earlier, but
yeah, it is.
I think the world of you,
and
doing this kind of work with friends it's not work. So
that's right.
I appreciate you.
Let's not forget Brett and JJ and all their hard work and camera crews and all the things and. So let's wrap us up. Mid-Georgia Sports, working under the umbrella of the GIA, will carry the state championship football games. So be on the lookout for that. And like I said earlier, soon enough we'll be doing some basketball broadcasts, hopefully. So looking forward to seeing you then. But we'll wrap it up here from up in Monroe, Georgia, George Walton Academy. The Hornets come out on a loser, ending their season, come out the losing end of the game, 35-7, ending their season as George Walton advances to play Bullock next week. Wrapping up for all the crew here at Mid-Georgia Sports. Good night. Thanks for tuning in.